Hello, today, we'll be benchmarking in 1440p, in a game called Honkai Impact 3rd. Our test will take place in the Elysian Realm. We will do the shallow sequence on dangerous difficulty as the Herrscher of Sentience. But first, here's a quick rundown of the specs of the computer we'll be using for this test. So, we'll be running Windows 11 64 bits. The CPU is the respectable Core i7-10700K, loaded with 32 GB of DDR4 RAM at 3200 MHz, and the GPU is the RTX 3080. 10 GB. Next, these will be our graphic settings for the first 8 floors of the shallow sequence. When we progress to the 9th floor, we will up the shadow quality to very high, and when we reach the 13th floor, we will then up the rendering accuracy to very high. Lastly, I'll go over my setup for our sentient being. As you can see, I do not have her weapon or her stigma set, so we are using these. With that out of the way, it's time to test.
私に任せれば失敗はさせません。見ての通り。いつものペースですね。千里の道も一歩から。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。やった。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった。飛べ。やった。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。いつものペースです。やった。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。私は全てを変えます。やった。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった。私に任せれば失敗はさせます。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった。あら、この耳が気になる？綺麗でしょう。私もそう思うわ。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった。廃墟の剣。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。いつものペースです。殴れるもの 失敗はさせません。いつものペースですね。準備できましたか？私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった！私は全てを変えます。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった！私は全てを変えます。私に任せれば失敗はさせません。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった！準備できましたか？殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった！やった！私は全てを変えます。やった！私に任せれば失敗はさせません。準備できましたか？私に任せれば失敗はさせません。やった！殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。やった！廃墟の剣。 全てを変えます。いつも殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。殴れるものなら殴ってごらん。勝者たる者の姿は何度見ても飽きません。
The test has been completed. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the 3 graphic settings we used. In the test, our first 2 graphic settings performed very well, with some minimal stuttering. They both averaged around 120 FPS. However, our third graphic setting, where we turned up the rendering accuracy to very high, performs very differently. The game has dipped below 60 FPS multiple times, and we were averaging around the 80s and 90s. It almost feels like we are playing on a fucking console. That was a joke, I think. I also encountered a graphical error. In this map, the Fu Hua clone is overlapped by the background. Conclusion: if you have a very powerful computer like mine, and you want to play this in 1440p, you can max out every setting, except the rendering accuracy, and you'll probably have a smooth experience.
So that's the end of this video. If you happen to like this video, or perhaps you found it helpful in some way, consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Or you can dislike it if you don't like it. And don't forget to share the video. An anime character needs screen time, you know. You gotta spread this video so I can get screen time. Sharing it is the best way to spread it. Okay, that should be everything. Bye!